everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Lions. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll take it at the 42. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Stafford. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds. Ruled incomplete here. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions. And one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise. Because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, it's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a look at the defense now. Ten yards still left on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
A long way to go for the offense here on third down. Halfback sent in motion. The play clock's running down. Third and long. It's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Second down, 8. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come up in an offset eye. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The slot man in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his right. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
Let's go. 1, 9.
play action. They'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Another pistol look here.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Run for the backup of Dula. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime.
Green 39! Green 39! Hot! 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 Hot!
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And on the ground they go with a running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now they try the right side here. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Cuts it out here, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Bucs now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Here we go. Back 99, Bailey. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be 1st down Lions.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their big tight end from 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And a cut to the left sideline. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. Muscles him off. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. Oh, what a move. Hopping over the top. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.